My name is Peter Askew and I'm one of the leaders of AgriGate, who has a very strong focus and opportunity to regenerate prosperity across rural and regional Australia. That's our mission, and everything that we do is driven by that mission. I believe that Australia is in a multi-generational opportunity to feed Asia. Food security is one of the key and critical components that I've heard over and over again when we've been in Asia looking for opportunities for Australian food producers. In a recent report developed by Temasek and PwC in Asia, it predicts that Australia has the opportunity to be a big part of the provision of food security for the Asian region. And I believe that if Australia adopts new technologies, new innovation, and continues to target what Asia wants, we have the capability of being a leader. My background is complementary. I've done trade and investment for 25 years. I grew up in a small country town in Victoria, known as Benalla, and my family is still involved in farming in that region. We believe the opportunity for Australian farmers, particularly around staying at the premium level of food exports, is an opportunity that is too good for Australia to miss out. My family is still on farms across the Victorian region. My grandfather ran a dairy farm back many years ago in country Victoria in Shepparton. He and my grandmother made a success of a very small dairy farm. So we have some pretty significant background around our food production for over the generations. So we really have a focus at this stage on dairy and beef because we see those are two key areas of opportunity for Victorian food producers to maximise the opportunity in Asia. The need for readily available high quality food is growing, and the ability of Asia to purchase that food and to recognise the quality of food available from Australia is almost like coming of age, and this is the opportunity for Australia. We see this as a 50 to 75 year opportunity for Australia because Asia will continue to grow. Its financial capacity to pay for the quality of the food available from Australia will increase, and that becomes part of what I believe is an incredible opportunity for Australia. So we currently export to 7 different countries across Asia, but early on the opportunity that we recognised was Southeast Asia offers us a unique capability to launch our business. And so we targeted Singapore and we targeted Indonesia. Those two countries are very different, both in population and requirements, but we saw some very significant components of us being a successful exporter by utilising and targeting those countries. Running an export company, a food export business, in the middle of COVID presents some pretty significant challenges. You have to make the investment in people, in time, in relationships, in partnership. With those, the ability to be patient enough as these things come together is a critical component of it. And we're seeing those investments that we've made over the last 6 years. We've been challenged by having to use technology to maintain and develop those relationships, and that, using Zoom, we've talked about the challenges of being able to interact with those people where conventionally you have to be face to face, and we've been challenged with that. But even with that, we've pushed hard and we've worked closely with Vic Global, and they've been an incredible support to the development of the opportunity. And we're seeing that come through right now with some really exciting initiatives that are being generated as a result of that investment that we made 6 years ago. Each country has its different rules around importing of different food. There's a whole range of different things that need to be understood. Part of actually being successful in those countries is to deeply understand that, to take the investment to deeply understand what that might look like. And so we really make the investment to understand that. And Vic Global have been terrific because they've helped us with the relationships that are needed for us to fully understand the opportunity. Many of the challenges is in our area because we use new technology, which in many cases are disruptive technologies, to actually help the opportunities for food export, but equally government to government relationship, we need to comply with those. Part of the challenge that we have is to actually open up the opportunities and to show these organisations and government bodies what is possible. And that just takes time and commitment and investment to make sure that those things are done exceptionally well. Our very first opportunity into Indonesia was to take Victorian beef into Indonesia using a premium brand, and Vic Global were part of that very first opportunity. They supported us through that, and we've worked with them because that was so successful, and we built the trust between ourselves and Vic Global. We opened up another number of opportunities, and they've worked with us closely every step of the way. That is reflected also in the opportunities in Singapore, where we've been developing some of these new initiatives that align with the free trade agreements between Australia and Singapore, and the multiple opportunities that come from those free trade agreements. And having Vic Global on the government to government communications has been an essential part of our success. So we have three key initiatives that we're launching over the next 3 years, and those three are major investments across our dairy exports. First company to be approved to take raw milk into Singapore. The second part of it is our beef. We're making a significant investment in the capability of bringing innovation and the opportunity to do things differently, to listen to the consumer in Asia and to provide the products that the consumer is demanding, and that's an enormous opportunity for beef producers across Victoria. And the third is our Australian Food Exchange. We're really excited about that. That will be launched over the next 2 years, and we're actually ready to go on that now. We're just getting all of our approvals in place, and that will be the capability of farmers across Australia being able to sell directly to the consumer in Asia, irrespective of where they are. So we're really excited about what we're going to be doing over the next 3 to 5 years.